Stoic Fire, Dharma Heart, How Ancient Warriors Mastered Unshakable Self-Belief. Welcome to a journey that blends the disciplined calm of Stoic warriors with the purposeful pulse of a Dharma-driven soul. Each chapter will take you to a different battlefield, historical, internal, or entrepreneurial, and show how great men and women of the past forged unshakable self-belief. By the end, you will have 5 practical tools and 1 philosophical cornerstone you can apply today. Chapter 1. The Fire of Discipline. When Marcus Aurelius marched across the northern frontiers, he did not let the roar of barbarian drums shake his resolve. In his private writings, the emperor recorded a simple truth that has become the heart of Stoic practice. The quality of one's life depends on the ability to distinguish what lies within one's control from what does not. A short parable from his time explains the point. A soldier, overwhelmed by the chaos of battle, could not think through a problem. His mind was a storm. Yet the emperor urged his fellow officers to focus on the one action they could control, the sharpness of their armor, the steadiness of their breath. By practicing this small, internal discipline, every warrior became a flame that would never be smothered by the wind of circumstance. Motivational insight. In today's world, the same rule applies. To harness inner resilience, we must first identify what is truly ours to influence and then devote all our energy there. How to apply today. Start each morning by listing 3 tasks that you can directly control: your schedule, your posture, and your immediate reactions. Let all other concerns become a background noise that you consciously choose not to engage with. Conclusion. Discipline is the hearth that keeps the fire of self-belief burning, even when external storms roar. Call to action. If you feel your inner fire could use a steady spark, hit that like button and share this script with a friend who needs fuel. Reflective question. What one action in your day remains firmly within your control, and how will you make it your own? Chapter 2. The Heart of Dharma. In the sacred scrolls of the Bhagavad Gita, the warrior Arjuna listens to Krishna's counsel on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Arjuna trembles, seeing that the fight will annihilate his beloved kin. Krishna reminds him that his duty, his dharma, is to fight, not to abandon the path set by his soul. By focusing on his righteous duty, Arjuna's fear dissolves, transforming into unwavering confidence. This episode mirrors a tale from Greek legend. The Spartan king Leonidas, marching with his 300 men toward Thermopylae, accepted his fate not because he feared death, but because the duty to defend his homeland was higher than any personal survival. In both tales, self-belief springs not from the absence of fear, but from the clarity of purpose that outlasts mortal anxieties. Motivational insight. Your personal dharma provides a compass that steadies the mind and empowers action beyond rational calculation. How to apply today. Write down what you sense is your highest calling, perhaps a career, a creative pursuit, a social mission. Keep this list in a place you see each day and let it guide your choices. Conclusion. When your heart beats in sync with your purpose, the soul becomes unshakable, and confidence is born not from destiny but from devotion. Call to action. If this aligns with your pulse, like this moment and subscribe for more stories of heart-driven triumph. Reflective question. What is the one duty that ignites your spirit and anchors you against doubt? Chapter 3. Steel amid the chaos. The ancient Chinese general Sun Tzu taught in The Art of War that the true measure of a commander is not how often he wins battles, but how often he converts potential failure into a stepping stone for future success. He once observed a small village that withstood a relentless siege by simply refusing to panic. Their calm, disciplined resistance taught the city's defenders that a clear mind can turn the tide. Meanwhile, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, at the front lines, faced a legion's mutiny over a lack of supplies. Instead of reacting with anger, he listened, explained the inevitable shortage schedule, and reminded them that duty demanded patience. With this calm exchange, cohesion was restored and the threat neutralized. Motivational insight. Adversity is not a curse. It is an opportunity to strengthen the core of your self-belief. How to apply today. When a project stalls, pause, write down the obstacles, then brainstorm how each could be a learning point. Treat each setback as an instructor, not an enemy. Conclusion. Resilience forged in the crucible of chaos turns uncertainty into a source of unparalleled confidence. Call to action. If you're ready to turn your next challenge into an advantage, share this video to inspire others. Reflective question. What current setback might you transform into a lesson that will sharpen your resolve? Chapter 4. Mindful momentum. In his own notebook, Marcus Aurelius practiced a simple meditation. Each evening, he recited the day's events, noting the emotional reactions he had invoked. By observing them as detached citizens, he began to see thoughts as passing clouds rather than permanent entities. Similarly, ancient Indian sages such as Patanjali observed bodily sensations to become fully present and unreactive. When a modern entrepreneur faces the stress of an upcoming pitch, she can adopt this mindful practice. Sit quietly, close the eyes, and note each intrusive thought. Recognize it, then let it flow outward like a stream, returning to the breath with each inhale. Motivational insight. Mindful observation dissolves the fear that feeds self-doubt, revealing a steady internal pulse that remains untouched by external criticism. How to apply today. Set a 5-minute timer each morning. Focus solely on breathing. When thoughts arise, label them without judgment, then release them. Repeat this practice gradually to create calm amidst noise. Conclusion. With mindful momentum, your self-belief is sustained not by force, but by a balanced, persistent awareness. Call to action. If you want more tips on cultivating calm confidence, hit subscribe and ring that bell. Reflective question. When the last time did you feel your thoughts pull you away from clarity, and how might you observe them differently today? Chapter 5. Legacy of the Unshakable. After his wars, Emperor Ashoka of India faced the moral weight of his past. He chose to convert from war to peace, becoming the first ruler to write the Edicts of Dharma across his empire. Ashoka's journey shows that a warrior's legacy is defined not only by battlefield victories, but by the virtue he passes forward. In the same vein, Marcus Aurelius concluded his diaries with a reminder. The value of my life comes not from how I fought, but from whom I uplift. In an era of fleeting trends, the greatest legacy is a mind that nurtures others' potential. Motivational insight. Unshakable self-belief is reflected in the impact we leave on the world. To cultivate lasting confidence, invest in the growth of those around you. How to apply today. Choose one person to mentor this week. Share your skill, listen deeply, and celebrate their progress. Conclusion. The warrior who feeds his fire into the hearts of others creates a torch that can never be extinguished. Call to action. Do you feel the call to create an enduring legacy? Like, share, and subscribe for more empowering history. Reflective question. What action today will shape the legacy you'll leave for others to follow? Philosophy Spotlight, Stoicism. Stoicism is the philosophy whose principle of living in harmony with reason underlies every chapter of this script. Named after the ancient Greek school founded by Zeno of Citium, Stoicism invites followers to accept what cannot be changed while diligently shaping what they can. The sage Marcus Aurelius epitomizes this, as he ruled an empire, yet never let external events dictate his inner peace. 1. Control what you can. The first Stoic guideline is to focus on the one thing that all humans share in common, the ability to choose a response. It is the foundation of every calm warrior, whether on a battlefield or in a boardroom. 2. Embrace the uncontrollable with equanimity. Adopting this stance frees you from anxiety and gives you the clarity to act effectively. 3. Build inner resilience through routine. Daily practices, reflection, journaling, simple meditation, create a mental gym where self-belief is continuously strengthened. These Stoic pillars thread through the stories of Marcus at the front, Ashoka after conquest, and the everyday entrepreneur facing a pitch. By weaving Stoic fire into the moral heart of every warrior, the script illustrates how discipline and purpose together forge an unshakable identity. Final thoughts. Whether you feel like a soldier, a leader, or someone in the midst of personal growth, Remember that the greatest weapons are not swords, but your own thoughts, focus, and principles. Apply the Stoic compass, align it with your Dharma heart, and ignite a self-belief that burns brighter than any external storm. If you found inspiration in these ancient lessons, please hit like, hit share to spread the flame, and subscribe for more journeys that blend timeless wisdom with today's challenges. Good luck on your path, and may your inner fire stay unquenched.